Number 1.
Leaving for lunch already, Noah?
Actually, I'm on my way upstairs. We have our company medical checkups today, remember?
No, I completely forgot about them.
You can still go. You don't need an appointment.
Yeah, but I had a big breakfast this morning. You're not supposed to eat before the blood test, right?
Right. In fact, I'm starving. Anyway, you'll have another chance next week. They'll be back again on Wednesday.
Really? I'll make sure to remember.
Question. What will the woman probably do?
Number 2.
Looks like I'll be putting in another 60-hour week. Seems like I live here at the office these days.
You do live at the office these days, and they don't pay you nearly enough. Why don't you drop a hint that you'd like to review your compensation?
But I've only been working here a year.
In which time they've doubled your responsibilities. Come on, Lori. You need to stand up for yourself.
Well, maybe you're right.
Question. How does the man feel about the woman's situation?
Number 3.
Doctor, how were the test results?
Not bad. It's just a sprain. Nevertheless, I still think you should avoid strenuous exercise for at least a couple of weeks after you leave the hospital today.
But my softball team's got a big game this Thursday.
I'm afraid you're going to have to sit that one out. You should wait till you fully recover or you may make it worse.
Question. What does the doctor tell the man?
Number 4.
Hi, Phil. I'm sorry to bother you on your day off, but I'm not feeling well. Could you cover my shift this afternoon?
Unfortunately, I've already got plans.
I see. Do you know who might be able to change shifts with me?
I'm not sure.
Maybe the new guy can cover it.
I'd just get in touch with the manager. It's her responsibility to deal with these issues.
I know, but I hate bothering her. Maybe I should just work the shift.
No, don't do that. You might make everyone else sick.
Question. What does the man imply the woman should do?
Number 5.
I'm looking forward to our business trip next week.
Me too. I'll double-check the flight schedule tomorrow.
Thanks.
Have you finished putting together the presentation for our meeting?
Not yet. I was planning to get it done tomorrow.
That's a good idea. I remember trying to finish one at a hotel last year, and I couldn't connect to the internet.
Our hotel is supposed to have good Wi-Fi, but don't worry. It'll be done before we go.
Question. What will the woman do before leaving for the trip?
Number 6.
Shall we order some more wine?
I'd love to, but we should probably catch the bus home soon. It's already 11.
11? Oh dear. The last one will have left by the time we get to the bus stop.
We can still catch the last train.
That train doesn't come for another hour. I say we treat ourselves to a taxi.
Works for me.
Great. Let's head over to the main street. We can probably catch one there.
Question. What does the couple decide to do?
Number 7.
Honey, did you see that the new restaurant down the block finally opened?
I'm sorry, I can't chat right now. I need to start making dinner so it'll be ready by the time the kids get home from school.
Leave dinner to me.
Really? But you don't cook. You aren't planning to order takeout, are you? We just bought groceries.
No, I know I'm not a good chef, but I found a cooking website for beginners. I saw a great recipe for a pasta dish I think I can make.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Question. What does the man offer to do?
Number 8.
AFP Automotive.
Hi, I'm on Highway 5. My engine overheated, and it won't start. I need my car towed, and I could use a ride downtown. I have to be at a meeting in an hour.
Could you tell me your policy number?
It's A735.
I'm sorry. A car will arrive in about 10 minutes to take you downtown, but the system says you don't have towing coverage.
Really? I thought my plan included towing.
Unfortunately, you'll have to pay out of pocket this time, but we can add it to your insurance policy in the future.
Question. What is one problem the man has?
Number 9.
Excuse me, Professor Garcia. Could I ask you for some advice?
Of course. Is it about our art classes?
Sort of. I'm thinking about changing my major from communications to graphic design, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
Why are you considering the change?
It gives me career options. I could do advertising, marketing, or even web design.
Those are good careers. What's your concern?
Well, I'm not confident that my artistic skills are good enough.
I've seen your work. If you make the effort, I think you could be quite successful.
Question. What does the woman imply?
Number 10.
Alicia, can I talk to you about that online meeting software we're using?
Sure, Ben. What is it?
We've been using the free version, but I think we should consider paying to upgrade to the full version. The free version can be inconvenient at times.
The participant limit has been a problem. Sometimes we'd like to have more than 8 people in a meeting at once. Could you submit an official request with the cost?
Does that mean there's room in the budget for an upgrade?
I'll see what I can do.
Question. What will the man do next?
Number 11.
Carol, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Inspectors from Mexico are coming to our plant tomorrow, and our regular interpreter is on vacation. I remember you majored in Spanish in college. Do you think you could substitute?
Well, I did study Spanish, but I'm not sure I can handle all the technical terms.
What if we asked Barbara to do your regular work today, and you spent the rest of the afternoon brushing up on vocabulary?
Okay, I'll do my best.
Question. What will the woman do for the rest of the day?
Number 12.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is a no parking zone.
I'm sorry, officer. I felt ill while I was driving, so I stopped my car here to take a short rest.
Are you okay? I can call an ambulance for you.
No, thanks. I'm feeling much better now. But can I rest here for another 10 minutes or so?
No problem. I'll stand by in the police car until you feel well enough to leave. Honk your horn if you need help.
I will. Thanks.
Question. What is the police officer going to do?
A. The P-47 Thunderbolt. When the P-47 Thunderbolt first appeared in World War II, American pilots worried that this extremely heavy fighter plane would be at a disadvantage against smaller, lighter German planes. The P-47 was indeed slower at low altitudes, but when it was flying high, it could outrun almost any other plane. One serious weakness early on was its limited fuel supply. Eventually, however, extra tanks were fitted onto the P-47 so that it could go on longer missions. The P-47 had 8 powerful machine guns and was able to carry an impressive selection of bombs and rockets. The real reason that pilots came to love it, though, is that it was one of the most durable planes of the war and survived many hits that would have destroyed other planes. In one extreme case, a pilot was able to land his P-47 after it was shot over 100 times.
Questions. Number 13. What problem did the P-47 Thunderbolt have at first? Number 14. What did pilots like most about flying the P-47 Thunderbolt? B. Ascension Island. Ascension Island lies in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Originally, it was nearly treeless, and fresh water was scarce, which made for tough living conditions for the first settlers. However, in the 1840s, a British scientist named Sir Joseph Hooker started a program to transform the desert island. He started importing trees and other plants that were able to survive in the island's dry environment by absorbing water from mist in the air. His program eventually resulted in an entire mountain being covered in forest. However, Hooker's plants have been so successful that several native plant species have gone extinct. There is now a debate about the island's future. Some people say efforts must be made to preserve the plants that were originally found on the island. Others, though, want the new ecosystem to be left as is, since it has had benefits such as increasing available water and creating the potential for agriculture.
Questions. Number 15. What was one result of Sir Joseph Hooker's program for Ascension Island? Number 16. What do people disagree about regarding Ascension Island?
C. Vivian Maier. One of the 20th century's greatest street photographers, Vivian Maier is known for her fascinating images of people in cities like Chicago and New York. Maier worked in childcare, but her true passion was photography. She always had her camera with her, and this habit allowed her to capture unique and unusual shots of people going about their daily lives. Her photos depict everything from strangely dressed tourists to emergency workers caring for accident victims. Despite the incredible number of photos she took, Maier was an intensely private person. Unlike most photographers, she refused to allow others to see her work. Nevertheless, a collection of her photos was purchased at an auction in 2007. and the buyers began exhibiting her unusual work. It was not until after her death in 2009, however, that she was recognized as an artistic genius.
Questions. Number 17. What is one thing we learn about Vivian Maier? Number 18. How was Maier different from other photographers? D. The impact of cats. Cats are one of the most popular pets today, but like many other pets, they affect the environment through their eating habits. As carnivores, cats primarily eat meat, the production of which releases substantial amounts of carbon dioxide gas into the atmosphere and often creates air and water pollution. According to a recent study, however, the management of cats' waste may be more harmful to the environment than their diet is. Cat owners commonly prepare boxes for their cats that contain cat litter, a material that traps the cat's waste. However, the clay that is used in most litter is usually acquired through surface mining, a process that requires oil-powered heavy machinery and can destroy large natural areas. Recently, more manufacturers have begun producing litter made from environmentally friendly materials like wood and seeds. Nevertheless, clay-based litter is still the most used type, due to its low cost and exceptional odor absorption.
Questions. Number 19. What is one thing the speaker says about cat food production? Number 20. What do we learn about the process of collecting clay?
E. Profitable experiences. For many young people today, experiences have become more important than material things. This has created money-making opportunities for businesses that can provide memorable and exciting experiences. One recent example is axe-throwing bars. While axes would normally be associated with chopping wood in a forest, now people in many cities can go to special bars and throw axes like darts. Some worry about the possible dangers of this activity, but fans argue that it is a fun way to release stress. Such businesses that sell experiences have spread across the U.S., but critics argue these businesses may negatively affect communities in the long run. They say the businesses are probably a short-term trend whose popularity will not last, and when the businesses close, their employees are left without a source of income. The critics recommend that cities encourage the development of businesses that will be popular for decades, not just a few years.
Questions. Number 21. What is one reason for the popularity of axe-throwing bars? Number 22. What is one criticism of businesses that sell experiences? F. T-Rex skulls. T-Rex had two large holes at the top of its skull, which scientists used to believe held muscles that aided jaw movement. Recently, however, researchers realized that this would not have been an efficient location for jaw muscles, So they began searching for another explanation. They looked at a modern animal descended from dinosaurs, the alligator. The researchers found that alligator skulls have similar holes. They are filled with blood vessels that help alligators control the amount of heat in their bodies. When alligators need to warm themselves, these areas absorb external heat, and they release heat when alligators need to cool down. Since large meat-eating dinosaurs, such as T-Rex, likely tended to overheat, these holes and blood vessels could have functioned as a sort of internal air conditioning system. Of course, we cannot observe living dinosaurs, but studies like this provide interesting clues as to what these prehistoric giants were like.
Questions. Number 23. Why did the researchers decide to analyze alligators? Number 24. What do the researchers now think the holes in T-Rex skulls were used for?
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
Welcome to Greenville. As we approach the gate, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened. We realize many of you have connecting flights, so we have gate agents standing by who can direct you to your connecting gates once you exit the plane. Please have your boarding passes ready to show them. If this is your final destination, you can find your luggage on the carousels in the main terminal. If you need to arrange ground transportation, look for the bus service just past the baggage claim. Customer service representatives are available throughout the airport if you need assistance.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26.
We sell 4 original incense brands. Bouquet Himalaya is a paper-type incense that features the scents of flowers from India. It has a deep, calming effect and helps relieve stress and anxiety. Next, Magnolia's Sanctuary is a stick-type incense that contains sweet-smelling substances. This incense will immediately lift your spirits and is perfect for creating an energizing mood. Akebono is a cone-type purifying incense made with sage, and it's popular among meditation practitioners. Finally, Shirley's Gift is a stick-type incense that was also developed specifically for releasing tension. The aroma calms the mind, creating a tranquil atmosphere.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27.
I'm calling to confirm your appointment to set up your new internet service. It's scheduled for this Thursday. Our technician will arrive sometime between noon and 3 p.m. If this time slot is okay, no action is necessary. However, if it's not, please contact us to reschedule. Please note that we're currently experiencing high demand so our only available appointment times would be next week. Also, our technicians are only available Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Remember that our offices are closed on weekends. Thank you.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28.
I've checked your application and it appears that you've submitted all of the required forms that were on our website. It looks like you also paid your application fee when you submitted those documents. And we've been contacted by your high school regarding your transcripts, which should be arriving shortly. If you aren't sure what you want to major in yet, please consider attending our open campus event next week. Otherwise, all that's left for you to do is submit a letter from a teacher or employer recommending you. Once we receive that, we can start processing your application.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29.
There are 4 local tours today. Our bus tour, starting at 1 p.m., takes passengers to major sites all over the city, and it costs nothing. Next, a walking tour starts at 2:30. Local volunteer guides will escort you around the downtown area, and there's no charge. If you enjoy bike riding, join the tour starting at 3. It costs $35, which includes bike rental fees and refreshments. Finally, if you take our tour starting at 5, you can try various kinds of local cuisine. The participation fee is just a few dollars, but you'll have to pay for what you eat and drink at food stands or restaurants.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.